Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, I am Tammy, and today we're going to be talking all about Christmas things. Y'all see I've got my Don't Be a Grinch pajamas on. I just thought, it's a little bit cooler here. It's always hot, but it has been just a tad bit cooler. So I thought at least for the length of this video, I would be okay in my long sleeve jammies. So here we are. I wanted to look a little bit festive for y'all. So anyway, Christmas, that's what we're going to talk about today. Now, just for reference, I don't know if I've ever said on this channel before, my daughter is 29, my son is 21, and my grandkids are 8, 6, and 5. So that's the ages, plus, we got husbands and things like that. So, but that's the ages of my kids and then my grandkids. So that's kind of the age range that I'm working with here. Because I know sometimes when I say my son, my daughter, whatever, people assume that they're young. They're not. They're adults. My adult children, my daughter and her husband, my daughter is married. Her and her husband, they're financially stable. Thank goodness, they're doing fine. And so when they want things, they just go buy the things that they want. I mean, not that they're spending frivolously. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. But you know what I'm saying? Like, if they want a new blanket, they go get a new blanket. If they want some new pots and pans, they go get new pots and pans. So it's very difficult to buy for them. And my son, y'all know, if you've been following me for a while, has moved back in with me because he is going to go back to school after the first of the year, but to college. He's going to take some college classes. So I told him, you might as well stay here. There's no sense in you trying to figure out how you're going to work and go to school and get the bills paid. I was like, I'm here. It's just me and the cat here. So they have moved in with me and it's fine. But we don't have a lot of space to store stuff. So buying him things kind of doesn't make sense. They're going to get the majority, they're going to get all of their Christmas in their stockings, okay? And I had mentioned a little while back that what I do with stockings is a little bit different, and that I was going to share that with you. And that is what I'm going to share with you today, along with some other things. But Fiona, if you're watching, here we go. I'm going to talk about these stockings. Now, Fiona is my buddy, my YouTube buddy that lives over in Scotland. And I will put her channel down in the description box if y'all want to go and give Fiona some love. But she was, kind of talking about how it is getting a little bit more difficult to buy. Her kids are 15 and 20. So they're just, when they get older, it's hard to buy for them. And then they change their mind every 5 minutes. So this is what I do for my stockings. I'm going to stop being so long-winded. Well, no, I'm not, y'all. I'm just long-winded. I'm sorry, I can't help it. So what I do with my stockings, this is what I do. I do it for my grandkids as a group. And then I also do it. Is that my package? I saw a car. I got an alert on my outside camera. So I do my grandkids as a group together, and then all the adults as a group together. So, kids and partners and all that kind of stuff. So what I do is a scavenger hunt. Okay. I make them work for their stockings, y'all. I make them work for them. So I started doing this years ago when the grandkids were smaller, and it has just been a lot of fun. I mean, I guess the kids have fun doing it because I do it every year. If they better be, they're going to have to play if they want their stockings. That's all I'm saying. So what I do is I take like some little index cards and I hide the stockings. Okay. They're all in one place. So like all the little kid stockings are hidden in one spot. All the big kid stockings are hidden in one spot. If my house was bigger, I might split it up and make everybody find their individual stocking. But y'all know, you've seen my house. It's not very big. I have limited places to put stuff. And as the years go on doing the scavenger hunt, it does get a little bit more difficult on where you end up hiding stuff. So just kind of to give you an idea, like for the little kids, I'll have their scavenger hunt and it'll say, because, they're old enough, they can read and all that kind of stuff, and they're very smart. So I give them their, the little stack of cards, and they read their first one that says, find Mimi's blue shoe. That's where you'll find your first clue. So I kind of do little rhymey things for them that's easy for them. And then I will hide the next clue. It'll be hidden in my blue shoe. So they go to where they know my shoes are, and they find their next clue. And then it goes on and on until they find their last clue that leads them to where their stockings are. So we have a lot of fun doing it. The older kids, I have to get a lot more creative because I make their clues harder and their hiding spot is harder. I also do a lot more, so I really have them, y'all, running around the house like chickens with their heads cut off to get their stockings. And one year I hid them in my attic. Well, I'm afraid of heights, so I didn't go up in the attic. So what I did is when my son was, I think maybe he was still in school at the time I did this, but he wasn't home. So I fixed the stockings up and then I put them in a like plastic storage bin like you can't see through. And then I told him when he got home, I said, hey, I need you to put this extra Christmas stuff up in the attic for me just to get it out of the way. And so he put all the boxes in the attic, not realizing that he had put all the stockings up in the attic too. So when they went around the house finding their clues and everything, their last clue, they had to go into my attic to get their stockings. So it's been a lot of fun to do that. I get a huge kick out of it because it is so funny to me watching them trying to figure out where that next clue is. And, they all kind of try to guess at the beginning where the stockings are going to be hid at. And so it's a lot of fun. So when I get ready to do that, I'm not done buying for stockings yet. I'll film everything. Like we'll sit down, me and y'all together, and I will make out all of the clues, and I may not be able to tell y'all what the clues are though. Because my daughter watches my channel and so do my grandkids. So we'll do it together, but I will just, I don't know. Can you block somebody? Can I temporarily block my daughter on YouTube? Can I do that? I don't know. My grandkids watch my channel too. So, I'll have to see. We'll figure it out. But I am going to show y'all, kind of take y'all along. Anyway, that's how I do my stockings. So hopefully that will give y'all some ideas if you want to do like maybe a scavenger hunt for your kids or grandkids or whatever. Just something to make it a little bit more fun. That's what I wanted to share with y'all about the stockings. So that is what I do for my family. Maybe people think it's weird. Maybe it is weird. I don't know. I just think it's a lot of fun and the kids get a kick out of it. And they know that when they walk in, they're not looking for stockings because they already know before they get here, those stockings have been hid. They have been hidden and they're going to have to hunt for them. So, that's just the way we do it around here. And we have a lot of fun. So maybe that will help y'all if you're struggling with what to do with stockings for adult children or older children now. Okay, so moving on from stockings, another tradition that I do in my family, and this is for when I get together. Now, the stockings I only do for my kids and grandkids, but this I do when I get together with, usually it's my sister and her kids. I have 3 sisters and a brother, for y'all who did not know. And they're on different sides of the family. Like some are on my dad's side and some are on my mama's side. So I get together with both, and I've done this with both sides of the family. However, there's a lot more people on my dad's side. So this is a little bit more difficult to do. I have done it and it was a lot of fun. I'll have to see if I can find some video. Do I have it on this phone? That's the thing. If I can find some videos of this thing in particular that I'm talking about, I will insert some clips or pictures or whatever I have. If I have some, hopefully I do. But I do the saran wrap ball. I mean, that's nothing new. That's, it's been done for forever, but we do it every year. There were times that I would do one for the young kids because I have grandkids. My sister also has grandkids, and she also actually has 2 younger kids. So she has 2 grown children and 2 younger children. And so I used to do a small one for the younger kids that would just have like some candy and little fun treats and maybe a couple of dollars here throughout, the saran wrap ball. But with the kids, it's a little bit more difficult. I mean, it's not difficult. It's not as fun because we make it hard for the adults, but you can't really do that for the kids. So it's kind of pointless. So we just try to find other games that we can do with the little ones. So this one is one that I do, and it's usually my daughter, her husband, my son, who else? My niece and her husband, my nephew and his wife. Like, it's usually those adult kids that do this. Me and my sister don't do it. We just sit back and laugh hysterically. So I always, like I said, I do the saran wrap ball. So the way that I do mine, I don't know how everybody else does theirs. If you do it, let me know how you do yours, because I haven't put mine together yet. So I'm always looking for ideas. But this is the way that I do mine. I'm sorry, y'all. My fingernail broke and I'm over here picking at my fingernail. So anyway, the way that I do mine is I take a tiny little box or like a little pill bottle or something small. I try not to do a box because of the square edges and it can rip the saran wrap. But regardless, I think one year I did like a Easter egg. I wonder if I have any Easter eggs. Anyway, I just take something that's hollow and I put the big prize in that, and that goes into the center of the ball, because that's what everybody is trying to get to, is the center part of your ball. And I know some of y'all are probably confused. Like I said, hopefully I'll have some videos or pictures I can insert, but when I get ready to do this, we're going to do it together. I'm going to film it. We're going to do it together in case y'all want to do one too. And I'm going to try to do it. Shoot. Let's see. I'm trying to think. I may have to do some extra videos because I want to get them to y'all pretty soon. Things like that. In case you do want to do it, you'll see how I do it, so you'll know how to do it. So it's going to be coming soon, okay? But what I do, like I said, is I take whatever the big prize is. Now, the big prize could be, because sometimes my sister goes, like, we do it together, like financially we do it together, like we buy the things that are going into the ball. So, if me and her are both doing it, then I can spend a little bit more money on whatever it is that goes into the ball. But if I'm doing it myself, I try to keep it kind of reasonable. But I put usually, $20, $40, $100, do whatever you want. Make that the center of your ball, okay? And then you're just going to wrap the saran wrap. But you don't want to just wrap and continuously wrap in one piece. You want to cut it because you need it to fall apart. Hopefully this is going to make sense. So as you wrap, you want to wrap that part up really good and tight. Then you're going to add something else. Like, here's your ball that's all wrapped up. Then you're going to add, I don't have nothing around me. But then you're going to add like a lottery ticket. And then you're going to wrap some saran wrap around that a couple of times. Then you'll add some candy. Then you'll wrap that, and then you'll flip the ball. You know what I'm like? You just keep going in layers. And every few layers of your saran wrap, you add something else to it. And so what happens is you end up with a ball. I'm looking at my hands. You end up with a ball usually about that big, the size of like a soccer ball or sometimes a basketball, depending on how much stuff I have. But you end up with this huge ball of saran wrap. And the fun thing about it being saran wrap is people can see kind of through it. So they can see, ooh, I can see cash right there. So they're trying to hurry up and get to it. Because the way that we play is, now, I think the original way that I saw years ago is you made people wear oven mitts. So it's hard to, if you're using your hands, you can catch the edge of that saran wrap and unroll it pretty easy, right? So we don't do it barehanded. Now the kids did, but we don't do it barehanded for the adults. So what we used to do, I have done oven mitts. I have also made them wear just regular gloves that are slippery, not that have any grip on them, but like slippery gloves. And then last year, me and my sister made them use those little tiny hands. You know what I'm talking about? The kind you can kind of wear on your fingers or whatever. We made them wear these little tiny hands and use the tiny hands to try to unwrap the saran wrap ball. So what you do is you go around, everybody sits kind of in a circle. And so you, like, if I have the ball, the person who is going to be going after me has a dice, like one die, I guess. I mean, a die, you know what I'm talking about, dice. So you roll it in the beginning and you pick a number. So if you rolled it in the beginning, what is that? Oh, something else is going to be delivered that I forgot I ordered. Well, how exciting is that? So anyway, so the person that would be going next, so the person on your left, like if you're going clockwise, hopefully this makes sense. You're going to see when, hopefully there's video and you're seeing what I'm talking about. But so like at the beginning of the game, you roll a thing, say you roll a 1. Okay, so that's the number. So I'm trying to unwrap this with whatever contraption I have on my hands. I'm trying to unwrap. And whatever I unwrap, whatever falls out of the ball, I get to keep. Okay. But once the person next to me, they're steady rolling the dice, right? So as soon as they roll that 1 or whatever number you picked, you have to pass the ball to them. And then the person next to them starts rolling the dice and they unwrap as fast as they can until that person rolls the number. And then it just keeps going around in the circle until somebody gets to the very end. But every person who unwraps, if anything falls out of the ball while you're unwrapping it, you get to keep it. And I have put alcohol, like the little mini bottles of alcohol. I don't do that very often because none of us are real big drinkers. But that is a fun thing to do if you have some people who like to drink in your family. That's always a fun thing to put in there. We put, I put beef jerky, Slim Jims. Those are always fun. For us anyway, we like those things. And then I do candy. You try to get things though that will sort of lay flat. So, because you're going to wrap it really tight. So if you have like chocolate, like Reese's or something, you're going to squish it into the ball. So it's going to be like squished when it comes out. So I don't usually do things that squish real easy, but good things I have found are things like Laffy Taffy or like the little sour ropes or something like that. If you can get some small packages of those, then I put those in there. What else do I put in there? Sometimes I'll put like funny, like little gag things. I think this year when I was at Dollar Tree, because I've started picking things up, I think I picked up like a pack of Band-Aids, like some chapstick. I'm trying to think. I've put all kinds of stuff in there. I've put like face mask. I've put like nice like pairs of gloves in there. Or, you can put anything you want to in there, but I usually go like to the Dollar Tree, get things that are super inexpensive, but you want to have a lot of stuff in your ball because it makes it more exciting. Because as people are unwrapping and there's just stuff flying all out of the ball, like they get all excited and stuff. And I also put in lottery tickets, and I put in cash, and I put in gift cards. Like I put stuff that they're gonna, like people are actually gonna want, because you don't want to waste a lot of money on stuff people aren't gonna use. So are Band-Aids something that somebody wants to unwrap? No. But will they use it? Yes. So that, you see what I'm saying? So things that will get used, but may not necessarily be what they wanted as an actual gift. Okay, does that make sense? Hopefully it does. But anyway, we do that every year. Like I said, when I get ready to put the saran wrap ball together, I will definitely record it and make a video of it. So even if you're not going to do it, you can see what I'm talking about, and maybe you'll want to do it next year, or maybe you do it and I put some things in there that you didn't think about or whatever. Again, just like, if y'all have any ideas for stockings, like stocking stuffers, put them down in the comments, something unique that maybe people don't think about, because we're always looking for ideas. I feel like everybody's always looking for ideas. Now, I've bought the majority of, well, not the majority. I've bought a lot of the stocking stuff already that I'm doing for my kids and grandkids. I still need to get like their candy and stuff, because I always do, like for the little ones, I do like fuzzy socks and like fun little toys. Silly string. They love silly string for any occasion. But just I'll put stuff like that in the kids' stockings. Actually, this year, and I'll show them to y'all and put them together. I found these little things of cotton candy, and I always get them a little cotton candy thing because they love it. But this one has a Christmas tree on top of it, and it's actually a bank. And I thought it was the cutest thing, but I think I got it for $1 at the Dollar General or something. But those are the kind of things that I put in like the kids' stockings. Things that they don't eat every day, some fun chocolate things and all that kind of stuff. Because as a kid, that's what you want in your stocking. You don't care if somebody puts fingernail clippers in your darn stocking. You don't want that. So I try to make the kids' stockings kind of fun for their age, for whatever their interests are. And then for the adult kids, I'm doing cash, gift cards. What else am I putting in theirs? I'll do like their favorite candy or snack or whatever. I don't always just do candy. Maybe it's a certain kind of chips they like, or a certain kind of coffee drink they like, or something like that. I'll put those in their stockings. But yeah, that is what I'm doing. Those are the two, I guess, tradition things that we do in my family. We have had years where a lot of times my daughter, depending on what their holiday schedule, our holiday schedules are crazy. And look, I'm not complaining because I know there's going to come a time when I don't have that, and that's going to be very sad. But like I do Christmas with my mom, like that side of the family. I do Christmas with my dad's side of the family. And then I do Christmas with, my kids come here, which for me, that's not a lot. But my son, like, he does Christmas with me, Christmas with his partner's family, Christmas with his dad's family, stuff like that. My daughter, she does stuff with me, with her dad, with her husband's family. So it's a lot of Christmases, it's a lot of Christmas celebrations and trying to work around things. But, you do what you have to do. Everybody works and everybody has kids, and it's harder. It's getting harder as our kids get older. It's harder and harder to get together for the holidays. But for let's see, when my kids, I do Christmas with my kids. Sometimes if they come over at night, like if they just do, Christmas morning at their house, because Santa comes to my daughter's house, right? So if sometimes they'll either come here Christmas Eve, or after Santa comes that morning, they'll come here Christmas night. So sometimes we all put our Christmas jammies on and we just do Christmas. Everybody's in their pajamas. Like they literally drive over here in their Christmas pajamas and stuff. So that's something that we have done in the past. We also do not do traditional Christmas food for Christmas because, in my opinion, once you've done turkey and dressing and all those things, I don't want it a month later, me personally. So a lot of times what we will do is we'll do, obviously, for Thanksgiving, I'm doing turkey, ham, and all the traditional things. I've got a lot of family coming here. Y'all already know. But for Christmas, we usually will do gumbo or something like that. So, everybody likes to eat it. We'll have like some little snacks or whatever to go along with it. But that's usually kind of our main thing is we just make a pot of rice, make a pot of gumbo, and that's what we have for our Christmas dinner with me and my kids. So I'm not sure what we're even doing as a family for Christmas on my mama's side this year. I'm going to talk to everybody at Christmas and we'll figure that out. At Thanksgiving and we'll figure that out. But my dad's side of the family, we're not getting together for Christmas until January because that's what worked out for everybody, for the most amount of people to be able to be there. Because on my dad's side of the family, there are 4 of us kids. And then our kids are, I think there's 11 grandkids. Is that right? 11 grandkids? I don't know. I'll have to count. And then of those, we now have 5 great grandkids and 2 more on the way. So it's a lot bigger and a lot harder to get everybody together on that side of the family. So yeah, it's a lot. But we are going to. It's just going to be in January. So I don't know. Y'all let me know some of y'all's traditions, some of y'all's fun Christmas things. I just wanted to have a little sit down and tell y'all about that because I promised you that I would. So that is really the traditions that we do in my family. I mean, I guess there are other like traditional traditions. I don't know. I was just trying to think of how I do the stockings a little bit different. And we do that saran wrap ball, which is so much fun. The grown kids love it. I'm not sure what I'm gonna make them put on their hands this year. I'll have to think about that. We might have to go back to gloves because that's usually the easiest thing to like get your hands on. Man, those little tiny hands, they had a hard time trying to open that saran wrap ball with them tiny hands last year. But anyway, that is all that I have for y'all for this video. But hopefully y'all enjoyed it. And I will see y'all on the next one. Bye, y'all.